everybody, welcome to my Larchmont jewelry store, and I'm going to be showing you around today, and it's going to be the most unique store that you guys ever see. So many of you guys know my store, Hing Jewelers, which is in San Gabriel and Walnut. This year is our 60-year anniversary. We've been in business for 60 years. I'm second generation. I've been in the business myself, which I started the retail side of our business for 35 years already. And in all this time, I've seen the evolution of how luxury retail is. And this store today is really what we call kind of the client experience design store. It's luxury because we sell luxury, and the attitude is luxury, and the service is luxury. But then the design of the store needs to also be this client experience, and where it's interesting for people, and it's not such a transactional commercial space. It's more of a lounge and relaxing and almost a club feel space, which we're gonna show you around, and you'll see it for yourself. So let's go to the Rolex shop area first. You know, Rolex of course has a uniformity worldwide, globally. To, you know, so when you look at it, you can see wherever you are in the world, a Rolex store or Rolex shop is similar. But this one is actually still very different. It gives more of a homely feel. It gives more of a kind of relaxed feel, kind of more lounge. And you'll see that because it's really just really decommercialized. I mean, you can see here with this just a living room. This could be like a living room at your house or anywhere, right? And then of course the walls, like your cabinetry and stuff, not a lot of product put out, I mean, realistically. I mean, here you have this kind of also sitting area, like a bar sitting area here. And you see the ceiling, which is also very special. As I know, there's only two retailers in the US that has this kind of ceiling, which is also a very nice kind of touch. And as we come across, I mean, the material is beautiful, just like really like a modern house, you know, a modern house. And really, as I will explain, and as you will discover this store, you know, the most intimate relationship that we can have with a friend is you would invite somebody to your house. And when you invite them to your house, it's a very intimate feeling. And this is what we're also trying to project when our guests or our clients to come to our store. It's like me inviting them to my house, and you'll see why. So we're in the Tudor area. We had asked Tudor, we wanted to make it really, you know, again, lounge and special kind of feel. So they really went out of their way to design something special just for the store. I mean, here it's you see a counter, but it's really acts as a bar within, designed through Tudor. Now we know that Tudor is a sister brand of Rolex. It's Rolex quality. It's made in the Rolex factory. It's of course better price point. It's lower than the Rolex brand. So, you know, sometimes, you know, I know Rolexes are, you know, the threshold to get in there is a certain amount, and not for everybody can afford, but certainly that you can go into Tudor, which is same technology, same kind of product and quality, and you can get into that, and it's really popular. Okay, let's go to the Breitling section. Breitling has this very kind of special rustic feel, right? Leather and the brick, and you know, that's kind of this cool, you know, space to relax and sit in. It's not like where you have a traditional jewelry store without a counter in front, the customer's in front of you, you're behind it. Here we're sitting with the client in a, you know, in a very kind of relaxing environment to discuss, to talk, to discover what is it that you're looking for, you know, why you're looking for it, well, you know, and to maybe educate if you don't know about a Breitling, you know, the history of it and so forth. So, but in a very relaxing environment. All right, we also carry an Italian brand called Hublot. Hublot means porthole, like a ship. There's the window porthole, right? I've been a dealer for them, you know, since '93. So last October, when we had the grand opening of Larchmont Jewelers, Hublot had their ambassador, Lang, which is the most famous classical pianist performer in the world, which happened to be also a very, very good friend of mine. And so at that time he had come, and we were able to have him come and do a meet and greet with our customers. actually perform. We had a piano, a Steinway. He performed for our customer, did a private performance. It's just wonderful.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so we'll come to a little bit of our jewelry section here. I want to highlight that, like, again, part of coming to my house, you'll see artwork. All these artwork are real artists, emerging artists, very successful and desirable artists. So we have those art all over the store, just like you would see in my house. Here, I wanted to share that the jewelry brands that we carry, we started from jewelry. My father, as first generation, was a jewelry manufacturer and wholesaler. That's what he was doing for the first part of our business model until I changed to do luxury retail. So we're very strong in the jewelry side. We carry brands, really successful brands like Roberto Coin, Ding Van, Rockmanoff Diamonds, Norman Silverman, EF Collection, and a variety of different brands. So welcome to my VIP room, VIC room even. And this is just more of a private area, private salon for clients to be able to see things in more of a private setting and discuss in a more private setting. So I think this is a really cool room. Our business model is a little different than a lot of the jewelers out there. We tend to acquire the property and then invest into the tenant improvement of the building. So all the locations that we are at, we own the property and have heavily invested in it. But because of that, we're able to really, like I said, design it the way we want to. Client experience, we want it to be that way. When a lot of times you tend to see when jewelers rent from a landlord, they want to get as much product per square foot into the store because they're paying per square foot per the store. But since we own the property, I can choose to give more of a luxury optimum area to just to relax and enjoy, not to have to sell stuff. So welcome to my second floor, and again, when you come to somebody's house, you walk around the house, you see people's pictures, you see people's decorations and things. You start to get a sense of what the owner of the house is like, right? And their hobbies, right? Well, here it's going to be the same, right? Here we see our Ducati area, right? It's designed out to be kind of like a garage. A lot of the little collectibles and stuff. I'm in my racing suit. Here, I do collect Ducatis and I ride Ducatis actually. And actually, it's very fitting, this particular one-off Ducati. It's a Black Shield Ducati because it was a Ducati and Tudor collaboration. As you remember, I have Tudor brand downstairs. I carry Tudor. And they had a collaboration one year to do the Black Shield watches. And they had made 4 motorcycles. Everyone was different to tour around and show. When the promotion was over, I was able to buy 2 of the motorcycles. All right, let's go to my music area, right? So I collect guitars and play guitar. And here what I'm able to do is maybe feature 10 of my artist signed guitars. These were not bought like signed. There was always some kind of relationship that I was able to, the artist would sign it for me and gift it to me. So let me go ahead and run through that with you guys. Here we have Green Day, members of Green Day that have signed this guitar. Here we have Slash from Guns N' Roses that had signed this guitar. Let's go down. Of course, we have some jewelry and watches in the case here. Here we have the Police, right? Here we have Eric Clapton. Here we have Van Halen. Here we have the Eagles. Here we have Led Zeppelin. Here we have Flea from Red Hot Chili Pepper. And here we have Elton John and his band. Now, obviously, I don't just collect it, but I also these bands are also my favorite bands. So, with that said, first I'll also say that this art piece right here, this guitar one-off merino glass from Venice art piece, I was able to buy to put in this room. But that's also a special art piece that I was able to acquire. Now, what what I have here is all the vinyls for all the bands that are here, right? So it's a cool thing about it. If you love music and you want to just hang out and listen to some vinyls and stuff. And again, we're not selling you anything. We're just chilling, right? And listen to some great music, right? Kind of reminisce nostalgically, okay? So the vinyls here we have, which, because again, it's nostalgic, you know. I grew up on vinyls, not CDs, right? CD came afterwards, you know, and now it's, of course, Spotify, whatever, right? But so we can, I mean, it's just a special feeling. Like, what jewelry store you can experience this, right? You know, just, you know, here with someone to talk, listen to the music, kind of remembering that maybe the first time you hear it 30 years ago, and how everything evolved, and in those days, how the world was. And we can just, you know, talk and, you know, really have great conversations here. Let's come over here a little bit. So I like cigars, you know, on occasions. And you'll see soon that we're going to have a really cool rooftop, Parisian rooftop deck, where it's great to have a cigar with some whiskey. So here, what I do with, of course, client is, you know, we would pick a cigar, a Cuban cigar. We would pick your favorite ashtray, whether it's Hermes or Ferrari or Cartier or, you know, Breitling or whatever. Then we can bring that upstairs to the rooftop and have a smoke. So as we walk to the other rooms, we're going to see TV screens, and here we have airing Night Shift, the short film comedy that we produced, and we're really proud of it. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, people say, what is it? Oh, it's like almost like Night at the Museum, but it's, instead of the dinosaur coming alive, it's the cars, my cars coming alive. So it's really great, and I guess it would really resonated because we won over 10 awards from Tokyo, New York, LA, everywhere for this short film. So we're really glad to do it, and we want to produce more. All right, so say hi to my friend Jay Leno. Jay's a very good friend of mine. I've been on his show about 14 times, and you know, he's such a great guy. He's been here a number of times, and yeah, so we have his video playing. So here we have our other side of our second floor, right? And you know, of course, you see some brands here: Gerard Perregaux, Ulysses Naden, Roger Dubuis. We actually have a lot of more than 4 brands that you see on the first floor. We actually have maybe 10 brands of watches here, so we don't want to miss out on that. You know, I love you know, wine and spirit. I love different drinks. You know, we would have bartenders here that can mix you a drink. If you like an old fashioned, or you like a Moscow Mule, or you like a Singapore Sling, we can make it for you here. All right, let's come to our little Switzerland area. So this is designed as a kind of a watchmaker's nook, transporting the client to Switzerland. You know, if you're in Switzerland and you're in the workshop, you look out the window, you see these beautiful scenery of Switzerland, right? And what we're trying to do here is to allow for the clients to appreciate watchmaking. You know, we have a lot of little kits here, let's say for a client to work on polishing or work on engraving. So that's what this kind of client experience and this emergence of letting the customer experience what they're buying. And obviously, you get to one of my favorite rooms, which is my Ferrari room. This room is a place where I can feature all the collectibles that I have collected throughout all these years in my journey with Ferrari and collecting Ferraris. So let's say, for example, to start out here, this is a SP3 engine. You know, SP3 is a naturally aspirated V12 engine right here. And next to it actually is my SP3 that Ferrari made as an exact replica of my car in this model, and then presented to me actually. And so here we have my exact car, not just a SP3, but my special one. So we got that here. I'm able to display it here, which is kind of cool. A lot of different books and things that I've collected that regards to Ferraris and so forth. Here we have, I own the, again, brand Monza Design. You've seen the watches downstairs. Here we have the eyewear made in Japan. Really, again, Monza Design is a concept that I've designed where is the kind of classic 70s styling, but using modern technology and material to make it. So you got that cool styling, but then you got the new materials that wasn't introduced back then, but is now, so we can make that kind of, that collaboration connection together. So anyways, next to it, we have my racing suits and kind of my F1 section, or the racing section. My space, in Ferrari, a lot of people do challenge, or they do the XX program or the F1 program. I like to do the vintage car racing program, which is, I raced my 1964 250 Lusso competition. That car, there's only about, 4 cars, very valuable. And in the races, in the different racetracks, we race against other makes or other cars of the same year, same range of year. And it's a gentleman kind of racing. Still, people want to win, so we go pretty fast. But it's that's my space, I guess, the vintage car racing. There's a lot more to it, right? There's no automatic. Everything is manual shift. You got to look at all the gauges. You got to do heel and toe type of gear changing. So there's a lot more to it than maybe the newer cars. So here we have the Michael Schumacher signature helmet. So this is from back then. As many of you know, I have the 2002 F2002 Michael Schumacher Ferrari winning race car in my Walnut store, inside the store. And so here we have some models in the helmet. Here we have the helmets for last year's, for Leclerc and Sainz, where they won. The races they won, the helmet they wore at that time, and the signature on the helmet. So we got a nice collection of that. Here we have a 12-cylinder engine, okay, a V12 naturally aspirated engine for the 12-cylinder, which is to this point the most powerful V12 naturally aspirated engine that Ferrari makes. And I was able to buy this from the bid and won the auction for the Ferrari auction that donates for philanthropy, and able to display it here. Behind here, we got a picture from a while back on the Big Five. This is my collection, the Big Five in red. I think I was probably one of the first to have assembled that. I know that people since then have really enjoyed to kind of do that as well, whether it's different colors or all red. But I feel like I was a pioneer in that. But the other cool thing is now I have another set in yellow. So what I call the ketchup and the mustard. So to be able to have all 10 in red and yellow is pretty special. I don't know if I know anybody else that has that. But anyways, it's very special. So here we have some more of my collectibles. I mean, I'm friends with the CEO of Bang & Olufsen, and he sent me these great little collaboration with Ferrari, right? You got the speakers, you got the headphones, and you got just a bigger kind of speakers. So really cool. Here we have, this was pretty cool, the SF90 XX Spider. When I got my SP3, I also got this box to show, and Ferrari kind of teases you with, hey, this is what you're about to get. And this is kind of like, I guess it's a paperweight or a design to say, hey, this is what you're gonna get. So obviously my next car would be the SF90 XX Spider in a very special relish color. You'll see, it's like anything out there, tailor-made. Here we have, you have little boxes like the SP3, little model. Of course, we saw the really good model, but this was one that came before the car, and then the key that you can put in there. Here I have a personal letter from Enrico Galera, which is in charge of just commercial side of Ferrari. So we're much appreciative of his personal letter. And then here, when I saw the F80, which is the 6th supercar, which I'm getting an allocation for, this was a little kind of gift. to show an element of the F80, which is an incredible car. You guys are probably seeing a lot of that in the, in the different videos out there. All right, guys, as we end the tour of the Ferrari room, here we're looking at some of the certificates of the racing school, the Ferrari racing school that I participated, which I think is really good to know how to really drive those cars instead of just, just having a powerful car and not knowing what it's capable of doing. Then we also have the awards that we won for the concourses that my cars has been judged at, and have won, platinum status, best of show, best design, all kinds of different awards, and of course some models of some of my favorite cars, F40, F50, Enzo, and so forth. So, yeah. So this concludes this part of the room. Let's go check out another one. So welcome to my dining room here. This is a very special place that I've designed where we can have dinners or lunches here for 14 people sit down. I have built a catering kitchen here, and guests, we can have intimate dinners, not outside to a restaurant, but right here in my store. Also, I'm showing, of course, the wines I like to collect, the whiskeys I like to collect, and the cognac collection. So this is super cool room for that, overseeing the Larchmont Boulevard. And in our dining area here, we've designed a kind of a video conferencing situation where, for example, for a brand that we're having dinner with, the representative might be here, but then the U.S. president might be in New York, the CEO might be in Switzerland, the head watchmaker is also in Switzerland. We can have everybody here to answer questions and interact with our clients. So I think that's kind of a nice touch. So I think what's special about our company is because we do have a division of filmmaking, right? You saw that the Night Shift was a short film that we produced and won a lot of awards because it's movie quality. It's just so same as our commercial. We've made a commercial for Larchmont Jewelers. It's really just just Hollywood kind of quality, and then after we produced it, we're playing it in theaters at the trailer times, right? I think we're special in that we have that in-house where other people either don't do it or they hire outside, but we have that in-house so we can really do something that's special.
Welcome back, sir.
What do you have for me?
Breitling Navitimer. Calendar complications, excellent for aviation. The Hublot Big Bang, 18 karat, king gold, and it's very precise. And then finally, power.
I'll take it.
Which one, sir?
All of it.
So as you come to my house, if I had a townhouse, I would have a rooftop deck, whether it's in New York or in Miami. Of course, here we're in Los Angeles, in Larchmont Village, which is Hollywood area. And I do have a rooftop deck. I have a Parisian style rooftop decks because in the many times that I've traveled to Paris, I've always enjoyed the Parisian kind of rooftop lounge and deck. And we do events here. And it's great, it's open air. We have beautiful weather, as you know. That's what we have here in California, in Los Angeles. And the beauty of this store is really, it represents LA. Why? Because as you walk through here, you can see the Hollywood sign. You can see Griffith Park Observatory. You can see the Hollywood Bowl. And it just, all the iconic elements of LA. And I believe we're the only one that have this rooftop lounge deck in Larchmont right now. All right, so that's the conclusion of this tour of Larchmont Jewelers. Larchmont Village is a very special place. We're very honored to be here and to be invited to come and have our establishment here. So thank you.